Beats UMD 71-62. And we're joined here by Northwest Missouri State head coach Ben McCollum, along with sophomore guard Bennett Stirtz and junior guard Isaiah Jackson. Thank you guys all for joining us. And we'll open with a statement from Coach and then open up the floor for any questions that you might have. When you do ask questions, please identify yourself and the organization that you're with. Thank you.
Yeah, I think for Minnesota Duluth, they kind of are the definition of what Division II is about. They've got 4- and 5-year kids, extremely tough. Maybe the best team that we've played all season. If they aren't, they're right. I mean, they're right there. Super talented, just physically tough. Had a lot of will. Really proud of our guys for being able to come out on top against such a good team. But again, I can't say enough about their team and the careers that, I think they started 5 seniors. The careers that they've had and what they've done for Minnesota Duluth. For our guys, I couldn't be prouder of the toughness that they've shown. I know early in the season, and it's still, hopefully we got more left. Early in the season, they probably heard what everybody else heard. And, we had a funny saying that was kind of left for dead. And our guys decided that they were going to be tougher. And tonight it showed. I thought that we showed some serious toughness, some serious grit, because I thought that Duluth showed some serious toughness and some serious grit. And it was just, whose ball bounced the right way at the right time. And we were fortunate enough to win, but very proud to be coaching our kids. Excited for the next game.
So with the win, Northwest Missouri State improves to 29-4. Questions for Coach or the players?
John Dykstra from Maryville Forum. Mac, that second half, you settled in on 5 and kept them out there. Just what were you seeing from that group? Obviously, it's your 5 starters, but what were you seeing from that group that allowed them to close the game the way they did? Well,
we played 5, maybe 6 last game too, John.
Well, normally the 6 plays.
Yeah. I thought they had a good rhythm. We condition a lot in the preseason. I mean, it's a brutal preseason. And then throughout the year, they just get used to playing extended minutes. And they just kind of do it. I don't know. I think there's a level of freshness that's good, but sometimes that's a little bit overrated. If you're a well-conditioned athlete, you should be able to play quite a bit of minutes. And that group's just connected. They're good. Doesn't mean the other guys can't play. It just means that group just has a rhythm together right now.
Wesley Miller for the Northwest Missouri and Bennett. Has kind of established 40 minutes, 21 points, 8 most of them 8 shots, most of them inside. Just what was working for you today, and just what was that physicality like? It looked like they were cleaning up at the end.
Yeah, it was physical, but we're used to that playing in the MIAA. But yeah, we just got to the ball screens, trusting our play call, trusting what Matt called, and trusting my teammates as well.
Brett Kennedy, KQ2 Sports. Isaiah, walk us through that alley-oop, man. That was a crazy play.
Credit to Bennett, threw it. Coach Mack drew it up for me.
Thanks. Yeah. No, come on, man.
I was going to get
come
to
on, man.
No, Coach Mack drew it up for me. The whole time I'm thinking I'm going to go get it. So we tried a few times this year. I've missed one earlier in the season, but, that was perfect. I had the adrenaline going, got up, and just put it through.
I thought I threw it too high.
Does that mean I jumped high?
I think you did.
Maybe.
Zay, you just obviously you got the assignment on Blair, as Matt would point out. That's the way it's been all year. You take the best player, but just what was the key going against him? He has a little bit more length. What was kind of the key in slowing him down at least?
Just trying to push him up the floor, just make him uncomfortable. He's a deadly 3-point shooter, and just overall scorer at that. So. This is what I take pride in, guarding the best players. And the confidence comes from coaches and players. They tell me to go out and do what I do best. So, he's a great player. So it was a tough assignment tonight.
Coach, Daniel Brayu's been on an absolute tear the last couple games. Obviously conference MVP, the conference tournament. What's really improved in his game the last couple games in your eyes?
Yeah, we've seen it a lot. We've seen it in practice a lot. And sometimes it just takes a little time to kind of blossom. He works extremely hard. I've said this before, and he probably works harder than anybody on our team in regards to just every day I walk in there and that dude is in the gym just shooting shots and repping form and constantly doing it. And, I think part of him is he is such an unbelievable kid, and that's probably his greatest fault sometimes, is he's almost too good of a kid. And so, naturally they become very pleasers, like they're natural pleasers, and they just want to please. And so it's like, hey, Daniel, just do what you do, boss. Like, don't, like, I'm going to coach you, but then just do whatever you do. Like, just do that. And he's kind of gotten out of his own way in regards to that, and just kind of focused on winning and allowing things to come to him. And he's been fantastic. I mean, defensively, if you would have seen him in high school, defensively, he's one of our best defenders. If you would have seen him in high school, he was horrendous defensively. Now he's like a lockdown defender, like a linebacker out there. You didn't ask that, though.
Mac, you did get on Daniel at one point there going into a timeout. He had just passed up a shot and obviously responded to it because he kind of took over there late and hit, I think, 3 big ones in the final couple minutes. Just what do you see from the way he responded to that?
Yeah, I think at that point it was, Daniel, that's a tough angle to bank, because didn't he throw it off the side of the backboard?
I don't quite remember.
That was one of the many times that I probably yelled at him tonight. I think that's what I said to him, John. No, he responds to that now. That's what I'm saying is I'm very, very, very emotional, if you didn't know, and I'm very, very intense. And that's just how I coach. And so I still have to, you still coach everybody a little bit different, but you're still going to get the full intensity. And he's able to accept that now and understand that no one's mad at you. It's just like, dude, let's go. And then let's correct it. Now I still love you. Let's move on. And he's learned how to accept that much better.
Bennett, go ahead.
Bennett, 7 assists. We already, of course, talked about the big one, but just to, find your teammates out there, of course, and getting your own points. Just how do you, what's your mindset on offense? Getting your points and then also finding your team.
Yeah, I'm more of a pass first player, and when the defensive collapse, I just find my teammates, and yeah, that was what was working.
In the back. Do you have one? Yeah, I thought. No? Okay. We'll take one more.
Zay, you guys led pretty much that whole game, except for about a minute there in the second half when they edged up by 1 there. Just what was the key to responding to that? I know you guys are a veteran team, but what was the key to kind of staying calm when they made their run there?
Just sticking together, knowing that we've been in these situations before all year. And I think the key was just to guard and get a stop. Once we got a stop, I think everything kind of slowed down for us and we could, just do what we do. So I think we got to give credit to our defense on that to kind of get back into what we know what to do.
And just to add to that, there's an interesting, game dynamic that goes on, and it's you get into a game like that and you can kind of feel it slipping. And the cool part about being able to stop that slippage is it literally would take all 5 guys to have some grit and some toughness. Not only that, but for each other to trust. Zay trusts that Bennett's going to be there. Bennett trusts that Wes going to be there. Dan trusts that he's going to be there. Mitch and on through. To be able to trust that the other guy is going to also give that much grit and toughness kind of builds everybody up. And you're able to get those big, tough physical stops and kind of can depend on each other rather than just one person.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Best of luck in the championship.
Thank you.